I think it's important to like zoom out and discuss, instead of just technicalities around tax, like discussing like what's the point of the whole like why are we doing this? And I think one idea I had like 10 years ago back home is like, okay, in this country you have to tax capital gains by 30%, which means potentially if I start saving all my money in Bitcoin for my family, for my future, and in 40 years from now I need to convert that into a house or something for anyone. Do I want to pay 30? Let's say Bitcoin goes to $1 million because they have just crashed the fiat currency, and they will say, oh, you have to pay, oh, you have this 10,000% of profit. Like, not because Bitcoin went up, but because fiat went down. And they'll say, oh, you owe us all this stuff, and it's going to be as much as buying a whole house, maybe. And like, that's my idea. It's like all that money that potentially I just have to give to the government, like I should set up my life to be free from that burden if that happens. So that's why I started to look at like which countries have no capital gains for Bitcoin. Oh yeah, Malta. I'm starting moving to Malta, and I will navigate, because you have to start thinking long term, like set up your life. And I was listening to your podcast, Stefan. Like I think you were talking with American Hodl, and you cited the book,
Sovereign Individual.
Exactly. And you were talking about like the savings and compounding that interest of savings you save is like $1 million in like 40 years.
Yeah.
Yes. So for me, it was more like if I can cut down on my like taxes, and I can start saving more, and I can move to a place which is cheaper quality life. Like I 10x my quality of life in general. Like let's say I stop paying for super expensive healthcare and I pay for much better, cheaper healthcare somewhere else. It's like my life quality has improved. I can just say for myself, like my life quality has improved a ton since the past 5 years, since I started to relocate and start changing how I earn money and how I spend my money. And yeah, so I think that's the number one reason why people should consider this, and they should think about their kids, and you should see the direction which EU, US is going with inflation, with living expenses, housing costs. Like at some point, people are like, screw it, I'm just gonna go to Thailand and buy a house for cheap. And I think you get what I'm saying. It's like it's about improving your life, and that's what the jurisdiction arbitrage is about. You can actually, if you can get a Western salary, live in a country with no income tax, and then spend it in a country which has extremely high quality of life to what you buy. I mean, it's just win-win for everyone, because where you go, they get your money, you're getting better quality of life, and the government get less money to waste.
Yeah.